At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Welcome to the Extraordinary Achievers, founded in 2014 by Chief Lady Wynette Peters, with a dedication and aim to inspire, motivate and encourage others. Lady Wynette holds chieftain titles, over 35 international humanitarian awards, as well as being an international speaker and entrepreneur. Join us as we learn to move towards achieving the extraordinary for your life.
Welcome to the fourth session of The Power of the Mind. I'm Lady Wynette Peters, the founder and CEO of the Extraordinary Achievers. Our aim is to empower, to motivate, to encourage, and to inspire others. I'd like to acknowledge our Facebook and our YouTube audience. Please do like, click, comment, and share. This program is brought to you on behalf of DB's 8 Step Up project, sponsored by the HM government in partnership with the National Lottery Community Fund. Welcome. In today's session, we delve into the topic, the mindset. We will be looking at the law of attraction using the art of meditation, affirmations, the power of the thought, and the spoken desires. Our guest videos are about to come up in a second. We also have a live speaker, Coach Sharon King, to join us in a bit. These are all professionals in their own right. They are women that are making a huge difference in our society. They're amazing consultants, and they're all truly one of a kind. It is said that emotional intelligence is the ability to understand the use and manage your own emotions. Today, we are going to be hearing from Dr. Sylvia Likambi, the CEO of the International Health and Wellbeing Clinic and the voice of nations.org.uk. Dr. Likambi offers coaching for the positive psychology on how to manage stress and overcome anxiety and depression. Dr. Sylvia Likambi is also the author of A Success Blueprint, a book which covers timeless principles to enable you to identify and to accomplish true success and fulfillment in all areas of life. Whilst in Italy, Dr. Likambi earned a Doctor of Pharmacy degree and a PhD degree. Other organizations accredited Dr. Sylvia Likambi, and she is now known as a Global Visionary Women Network CEO and the Little Angels Foundation CEO. Both can be found online. I requested for Dr. Likambi to advise us on how emotional intelligence is relevant to remaining resilient. How can one maintain a positive mind, especially in uncertain or challenging times? I then asked Dr. Sylvia to list her suggested key main points that we need to practice. Let's listen to what she had to say.
Hello there. Thank you so much to Lady Wynette Peters, for giving me this opportunity. I'm Dr. Sylvia Fochablikambi, a leading empowerment and transformation authority. And today I'll be talking to you about emotional intelligence and how it is relevant in order for you to become more resilient in life and how you can become positive amidst challenging times and situations. First of all, resilience is your ability to bounce back when you go through challenges in life. So you need to either hit something, hit bottom to be able to bounce back, fall to be able to rise up. And emotional intelligence is simply your ability to become aware or to be able to perceive your own emotions and become aware of them, identify them, recognize them, and then you'll be able to harness them and take action to maximize your emotions for your benefit. So whatever way you perceive an emotion, which is simply a message telling you what to do or what not to do. For example, you are fearful. It's a message or a signal telling you that this situation makes you fearful. You should either stop listening to that or being in that environment. And the things that make you happy is a signal telling you that whatever you are going through right now triggers you and makes you happy. And you should do more of that if you want to be happy. So it is vital when you understand your emotions. What is it actually telling you? How is it translated? The way you perceive it will be the way you will translate it, and your mind will simply amplify that, and it will be reflected in your life. And so the more positive you are, the more you actually perceive things as an opportunity, not a challenge, an opportunity, not a problem, an open door, not a closed door, and all of that, because your perception is different about the situation. You are capable of walking up, you are capable of rising up, you are capable of bouncing back. So it's really about what is within you and not what is out there that will determine how you respond to situations and life circumstances. And that's why it's relevant that you stay positive, because there are not the things that happen to you in life that determine how positive or negative you are. It's simply who you are that determines how you respond to situations and circumstances around you. So it is fundamental. Precious in life simply brings out who we are or what is within us. It's like squeezing an orange juice. Only orange can come out from that. And the truth is, I can never give what I don't have. So if I'm full of positivity in times of negativity, chaos, I only have positivity, and that's what I can give up. You press me, squeeze me from any direction, I am an orange juice, and that's all I can pour out, nothing more and nothing less. So it's fundamental that you are positive, and a great way of doing this is simply by affirming, calling those things that are not as if they were, and they become a reality. Affirm them, they go to your subconscious mind, and you start believing them, and you take actions, change your perception. Always be optimistic about every situation in life, knowing that in every challenging situation there's a great joy or treasure for you to unlock and thrive to greater heights. Thank you so very much.
Dr. Lekabi, thank you very much. It is said that emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. And I'm just going to take a moment to welcome our guest that's not coming on just as yet, but I would like to say hello to her. Coach Sharon Kings, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for being in the studio this evening. We will be with you shortly. I just wanted to acknowledge you to our viewers and let our viewers know that you are in the house, and they'll be hearing some amazing things coming from you. So we thank Coach Sharon, who is in the studio. She's in the background, and we'll be hearing from her very soon. When I hear of the word metamorphosis, immediately comes to my mind a caterpillar being a beautiful butterfly. Then I think of a chameleon changing colors to fit into any given environment at any given time. For me, that depicts the art of survival. Next, we have holistic consultant Leah Dixon of metamorphosis.com, who offers holistic health and well-being coaching. Leah Dixon takes the approach of looking at the health side and combining it with a holistic approach. Her structured programs offer guidance in meditation and inner healing. I saw this quotation on her official Facebook page. It read, "To heal you have to get to the root of the wound and kiss it all the way up, by Rupi Kaur. To heal, you have to get to the root of the wound and kiss it all the way up. And I loved it. So I asked consultant Leah Dixon, as a holistic health consultant, what would she suggest we do daily to balance our well-being and to be at peace with oneself? And before we fall asleep every night, what should we say to our inner self? Leah Dixon, this is what she had to say.
So to balance your well-being, it's great to have routines that really light you up, that reflect your dreams and desires. So I would check in with yourself about whether those dreams and desires are yours, because you don't want to waste any time chasing someone else's. So once you are clear on what it is you want to create, so maybe look back to childhood and what really lit you up then, or come up with something new, but basically then get into a habit and a routine of practicing something every day. So I recommend, before you even turn your screens on or look at your phone in the morning, just spend 5 minutes doing something. So if it pertains to like health and well-being, a lot of the time it could be deep breathing. I do writing. It could be meditation, some form of exercise, and commit to just one thing for 3 weeks. Don't try and just change everything and implement a whole regime change all in one go. Just commit to one thing, practice that, maybe for 5 minutes before screens. And
that was Leah Dixon offering holistic healing for mind, body, soul, and home. Please look her up on Facebook, metamorphosis.com. Consultant Leah Dixon. I highly recommend her services. An inspirational, motivational speaker, life coach, Sharon King-Jones, joins us in the studio this evening. Coach Sharon King is a counselor. She's a motivational speaker. She's an entrepreneur and the head of a women's organization in London. Coach Sharon King, welcome to the Extraordinary Achievers Show. I know you personally as an amazing coach, as a counselor, because you've been a listening ear and a reasoning voice when I've needed it the most. Mm-hmm. For that, I am truly grateful. And I thank you for being on our platform today. And I know that our audience and our viewers out there are going to be wowed by what you have to say. Welcome.
Thank you. I am honored. I am honored. Lovely to see you.
Fantastic. And you look amazing as always. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Coach, in your experience, can you please explain to us the art of meditation, and please tell us, why is it important for us to take time out to meditate?
The art of meditation is when you, okay, let's put it like this. There are people who are walking this earth right now. You and I know some of them. I can speak for myself. We desire to get beyond limits. We desire to get beyond the restraints of our 5 senses, which are basically survival. Stress is one of the main reasons that I would recommend meditation. And there are a lot of reasons why I would say stress. Number one would be for health reasons. I can say right now, this year, I have led a lot of people to meditation who had never considered it because of the type of year that we have gone through up until this point. Reduce stress, high blood pressure, anxieties, depression, suicide. The actual move into meditation gives you access to silence, stillness. In Asia and Asian culture, I'm sure you've heard, the mind is referred to as the jumping monkey. A lot of people find it very difficult to quieten the mind, to still the mind. And when you meditate, you have access to a connection. You have a connection with the soul force, which is with you, which is in you. And that is beyond time and space. So that is one of the reasons why I would recommend meditation. That is the reason why most people actually go to meditation.
Thank you, Coach Sharon. How do we activate the law of attraction?
The law of attraction is activated when you decide, and not before, when you decide what it is that you truly want, then and only then, and with meditation, can the law of attraction be activated. You have to be committed. You have to know what you want and be prepared to put the time into it. A lot of people say it, and it's beyond, its surface. I desire this. I want this. I'm believing in the universe to do this. It's beyond a physical act. So I would suggest, basically, this is what I teach, to activate meditation going forward, moving into manifestation. One has to decide what they want, stick with it, not to change their minds halfway through, because you'll probably find a lot of people say that they have experienced something in a meditation in way of maybe manifesting one or two things, but then they go on to say they found it harder as they kept on trying. Why? Because they kept on changing their minds. They hadn't truly decided what they wanted. Decide what you want. Go into your quiet place in meditation. And that does take some time, actually. It doesn't happen overnight. And then when you are in that quiet place, then you release the picture. And you fill the picture with desire. You fill the picture with dream. And I'm saying dream because that actually reflects the power that you are approaching with. Fill it with feeling. Fill it with optimism. Fill it with color and taste. That thing has to become so real while you're meditating that when you come out of the meditation, you are in no doubt whatsoever that you actually have it. So, as I said before, you have to know what you want. Know what you want. We're not going to tweak, toss it around, change the colors, add things. You get in there with your mosaic, you know the detail, and you apply it. Feel it, see it, smell it, taste it.
Thank you, Coach. Would you say that we need to take time to figure out exactly what we want? Maybe write it down and be certain that is exactly what we want, so that we actually can visually picture it, and then we can then mentally picture it, say it out, and then we'll be able to hold it in our inner selves?
I'm all for vision boards.
Mm-hmm.
I have been teaching on vision boards for about 9 years. Mm-hmm. You have to have the picture before you. Some people are very visual and they're very detailed. They can do that. But for the majority of us, we need the magazine pictures. We need the sound and so on. Very importantly, I love what you just asked about the affirmations. Affirmations are wonderful in and of themselves, yes. But the greatest affirmations are the ones that come from you. Affirmations are expensive. Affirmations say something about life. Affirmations say something about experience. The people that we tend to quote have quoted from their own experience. I find if you're going to apply affirmation, try and use the ones from your own experience. Because they're, again, like the vision board, taste, feeling, smell, experience. If you want to manifest something at speed, and I do have evidence of that, then apply your natural gifts. Take them into the meditation with your own affirmations.
Coach Sharon, what 5 top affirmations should one ground themselves on? Is there a written rule that these are the steps that one needs to take? One needs to say A, B, C, D for the true manifestation to come about. Are there grounding affirmations that we need to ground ourselves with?
Coupled with meditation or without meditation?
In your experience,
because there's a difference. In my own experience, it would be affirmations that, again, that I personally have written and meditated on. They became my mantra. And the top 5 for me is the first: I breathe, I am breath, which is what you are. Your breath is something that fills your organs, fills your spirit, aids you in meditation, and takes you to an awesome level once you've learned it, the power of the breath. I breathe, I am breath, I am gratitude, I embrace love, I am a co-creator, and I am a gift. Those are my 5 top mantras or affirmations.
And to believe in yourself first. It's about that self-belief.
Yeah.
Is that correct? You have to have that self-belief of those things, or the things that you wish to believe about yourself that then shape you.
You must have self-belief coupled with self-love. When you love yourself, you know without a doubt that you are worthy of the things that you desire in your life. Great things can happen to you in your life, and they do, but most of us don't keep them because we don't feel deserving. We're always trying to explain why we have them. You don't need to explain something good happening in your life through meditation or effort. You have earned it. Do you know, if we could look into the dimensions that we climb when we meditate and physically see each dimension, the actual experience of meditation would not be taken for granted. Because to be able to meditate and manifest is an awesome thing. To have something here and bring it into manifestation into this dimension, it's an amazing thing. Absolutely amazing thing. So yes, self-belief and self-love will really speed up the time that you have allocated to or towards your desire for things. There are people who have needs right away and they go to meditate, but because they do not have self-love, they come away doubting, and the element of fear is still there. And that's another thing that meditation does. It takes care of fear. These things become quite puny. And I must tell you out of experience, there are things that honestly don't shake me as much as they used to because of meditation, my safe place, and the feeling of being at one with everything and knowing that there is something that's working out for my good and I am in tune with it. Wonderful.
In general, what would you say are the best practices that we should be practicing, even if in terms of meditation, in terms of affirmations, any mindset that we need to have? I know you talked about love, that you have to love yourself, that you have to have that self-love. And we all know that self-love is very, very important, because without self-love, everything else is just way out of the window. You have to have that love for yourself, and it has to be in there. You have to feel it. You have to walk it. It has to
Absolutely.
be in you. But what else would you say to anyone that's listening to you right now? Is probably going through some tough times, some times of doubt. We are in different times at the moment. It's COVID-19. There's some people that are at home and they're desperate because they are loved ones that are not feeling very well, or they're panicking because they don't know what could happen to their jobs, their business. Today,
I didn't hear the last part, sorry.
what advice would you give those people at home that are going through something today?
I would say, in answer to your question, to be grounded, and that what would really, really help, cut yourself some slack. And there is something that we very rarely do. It's forgive ourselves. Forgiveness of self and forgiveness of others. That's to the first part of your question. To be grounded, to help them right now, to deal with certain things that they're going through internally. With the replaying, I would say forgiveness of themselves and forgiveness of others. That's the grounding, self-forgiveness and the forgiveness of others. Then moving forward, still in answer to your question, there are people who are going through so much right now, I am aware. And what I would suggest is, and this may be very, very hard because we know that there isn't so much space right now. Families are literally on top of each other. People you wouldn't spend time with before, you're basically on lockdown. And then there are issues that were there for some time that are coming to the surface that you're having to deal with, as well as trying to be your own best friend. And what I'm going to say there is, you don't need to have a lot of space to have space. I'm going to say that again. You don't need to have space to have space. This is where you go in and you take the time you need within yourself to become quiet. I always say this, if the mother bird doesn't eat first, nobody else will. So if you're listening to this right now and you're going through stress and there's a lot of things happening, unemployment, debt, relationship, go into your quiet place. A way will be found there. And again, we're going back to meditation, Lady Juanette. It is so important. You can do meditation in 2 minutes. 2 minutes over that cooker. Just 2 minutes. And you're saying, what? I'm saying you can. And that 2 minutes can change everything. It can be, it can change everything. You know, I'm limited for time right now, and there's so much that I'd like to say because I'm aware, and the question that I was asked just now is so important. Go within. Go within. And then once you've encouraged yourself and you found the inner peace, you can then deal with issues one at a time. Do you know, Lady Juanette, I'm going to say this. Right now, under these current circumstances, I would suggest everybody try to learn to meditate. Because other than going to the doctors for tablets and pulling out your hair, we need to be looking within, finding solace and comfort and quiet within. And then the answers, as well as the manifestation of the desire, can happen within that state.
Thank you, Coach Sharon Kings. Thank you for your time this evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for
An
sharing.
honor.
I appreciate that it was in a very short space of time for you to be able to say everything that you'd love to say. But our viewers would love to know that you are available for counseling, you're available for coaching, and they could always leave their comments underneath this video. They could contact me and I can put them in touch with you. And I'd like to let ladies and gentlemen know that at home, that Coach Sharon Kings is very approachable. She's very humble, very down to earth, and an amazing woman. She'll take time to listen to you. She's very good at listening, and then she's very, very good at counseling. And I can vouch for that myself. So, Coach Sharon Kings, thank you for this evening. And we look forward to inviting you back on the Extraordinary Achievers on our next show. And amazingly, you just mentioned about forgiveness, which is what we'll be talking about next week.
It's like medicine. It's like medicine.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you for this evening, and bye for now. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from Coach Kings, and she is amazing. Sharon King's amazing. She's an amazing woman, and a woman that has so much love. Her voice, when you talk to her, when she leaves you affirmations in the morning, they just brighten your day. Personally, in my experience, I remember the time when I had got to that time when I didn't have much, when I was desperate and asking for something. And I often tell this story. I would say, God, I really need a rug. And somehow I'll be walking down the streets and I found that rug. I would really think about something. And then I finally realized that in that meditation time of actually being at one with oneself, with your thoughts, with your desires, and the truest desires that you have truly do come true. It's taught me now in life about adjusting the way that I think, the way that I talk. Many of my friends and acquaintances will tell you that I don't even accept some of the other things in jokes. There's nothing negative that you can tell me and you laugh about it and you say it's a joke because it has been spoken, because it has been agreed upon, because it has been thought about. So there's some things I don't joke about, and there's some things obviously I can joke about, but there are some serious things about life that I don't joke about. I am very, very passionate about how I think. I am very quick to be saying I'm dismissing that. In terms of meditation, when I found the power of meditation is when I was overcome and overwhelmed by too many things going on around me. I would take that time out and say, I don't think I can do anything. I don't think I can. I have to give it to my higher power. So God, this one here is yours. I'm going to lie down for 5 minutes. And when I wake up, even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes, even if it's 30 minutes, I know that there will be a solution for me. And that's what brought me around to my mind and my thought and the way that I think, is that I took that time out, and I still take that time out. I take the time out to walk. In the morning when I wake up, I don't talk to anyone. I simply thank God for being able to open my eyes, for being able to smell the fresh air for that day, for the fact that I can think, because many have not woken up in the same way that we wake up. When I take time in that 5 minutes to say thank you, universe, I thank you. Angels, I thank you. Holy Spirit, I thank you. My mother, my grandmother, my ancestors that were before and made prayers and affirmations that I may be well today, I thank you. Father God, I thank you. Jesus, thank you. I am awake. After I do that, I then take time to think on how my day is planned out for me. What do I need to do and how am I going to do it? What did I plan yesterday? What did I plan the week before? That's all before I get out of my bed, before I touch my phone, before I do anything else. And then my day starts in quietness, in my own thoughts, in my own time. And I set the day. Have you ever had the story when people say this happened in the morning and they knew it was going to be a bad day, or that happened and they knew it wasn't going to be a bad day? You decide how your day starts. Let's look at some celebrities. Oprah Winfrey rose from poverty to becoming one of the world's wealthiest women. Oprah Winfrey is one of the biggest believers and supporters of a positive mind. Her success story is truly inspiring, and she has stated that without affirmations, she would have never got accomplished as she is. Denzel Washington, for instance, an A-list Hollywood star, he got over his drinking problem and all the other problems that were holding him back because he set his mind and body to achieve greater things with the help of his positive mindset. Jennifer Lopez states that her day is incomplete without at least 15 minutes dedicated to affirmations. She has always said that it's affirmations that have brought in the success that she has, and it is what helps her to remain grounded. Jim Carrey, the actor, a leading Hollywood star, another believer in the power of a positive mind. Jim Carrey says that nothing in the world happens without a thought, an intention behind it. He imagined his success to constantly believing in the things that he wanted. And today his affirmations have made him a global celebrity. By divine providence, this morning I went onto Facebook, and guess what I saw on the Law of Attraction page? It read, I would like to thank our day for this day, for how amazing today is going to be. And I thought, oh, wow, this is the day that I am going to be so happy. And so it has been. And I believe in things like that. I wake up, I look at affirmation pages. I wake up, I look at positive quotations. I don't wake up and listen to the news anymore. I wake up and set my mind for the day. And I recommend that you do just that. Thank you for watching our show today. I'd like to thank our show coordinator, King Darren Robinson from We Fix It Media. Our gratitude is extended to Merciful Grace Promotions. A big thank you to everyone that has shared, liked, commented on today's program. I saw some comments that were coming up on the screen earlier when our coordinator was putting up some comments, and I've seen some amazing comments coming up. And I'd like to thank our coordinator, and I think he's going to stick some more comments up on the screen for us, and the comments that you've been there. I've seen all of them. Louisa, I've seen you. I have seen so many other things. Heather, I've seen your comments. Kelsey, I've seen your comments up there, and I thank you. And talking about Kelsey, who's multitasking, she is indeed in the background, and that is Princess Kelsey and Prince Jordan, who are great support that set up the studio every day before this show for us, and they're great sound help for me to be able to talk to. I'd like to thank them. I have so many friends out there, and I have family, and I have loved ones. I do have some that ring me every day to give me a general support and a thumbs up for the day. I want to say thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Juliet, for all your help as well. This program serves to share a varied outlook to life. All positive, all love, and brought to you in peace. The one thing that I say that unites all of us is love. Let us embrace it. Let's share it. Let's envelope it. And let's keep on sharing that love and that unity, because love is the only thing ultimately that brings us all together, the one thing that makes us all family. Thank you for your time today. Please do like, share, comment, and we will see you next week, Wednesday, the 9th of December at 8 p.m. when we explore the art of forgiveness, letting go, and starting afresh. This program is brought to you on behalf of DB's 8 Step Up Project and sponsored by HM Government in partnership with the National Lottery Community Fund. And as we go today, we're going to watch an advert coming out from the World Remit. And please do check them out on the internet. Thank you for today.
At World Remit, we understand what the journey is about, how it can sometimes take a little distance to bring us a little closer together. With ways to save more when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Welcome to the Extraordinary Achievers, founded in 2014 by Chief Lady Wynette Peters, with a dedication and aim to inspire, motivate and encourage others. Lady Wynette holds chieftain titles, over 35 international humanitarian awards, as well as being an international speaker and entrepreneur. Join us as we learn to move towards achieving the extraordinary for your life.